I don't wanna waste what's left, and on we'll go.
Guys, welcome to another late night sessions video. So, we're back in the same setup. We're sitting in the chair, we got the window, the curtain behind us, I'm in my tank. Obviously I got my hat on because my hair's messy. I have a bed head. Yeah, bed head, right? Anyways, so guys, like I said on my Instagram story, I wanted to make this YouTube video because I wanted to talk about loneliness. I wanted to talk about, our lives. And, I just really wanted to dive deeper and more than that I possibly could have done on my Instagram story. So with that being said, let's get this started. So, over the weekend, I got a lot of time to catch up with some old friends. And not just that, it's been going through my mind a couple weeks now. And it's about loneliness. It's about, how far we've come and, what feels like such short time, but in reality, it's been a really long time. First off, I want to start with, how much we've actually grown as people. And, this is for everybody watching this video, no matter what your age is. We've all lived some certain amount of life. We're all at this point right now. Whatever age you are watching this video, we've all went through some things. And it's because we had so many good memories and bad memories that it makes it feel like it was such, it felt like it was yesterday. It literally feels like I was just in kindergarten. It literally feels like I was just taking, my state tests in, 5th grade. It literally feels like it was just my first time getting my locker combination in, middle school. It feels like, I just graduated from high school yesterday, and it feels like I was just hanging out, with my friends in college, like it was yesterday. And so much more. There's so many more events, birthdays and family events and, just, going like carnivals or, like adventures, vacations, anything, any possible memory that you ever could have. It felt like it was yesterday or, a few days ago. And that's just because, we cling to those things because it's really all we have. The future hasn't been written yet. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Right now we're living in the present, but the only thing we know of is our past, if that makes any sense to you. With that being said, that's all our mind is filled with. Besides our goals and our plans for the future, everything that we've already done, it's been laid out, the plan, going, coming to where we were, all like the things that happened in between, the conversations, the events, the happiness, the downfalls, the regrets. We already went all through that. So, we know, how it started and how it ended. And, with that being said, we really have this, this feeling, this emotion, this bond to that memory, whether it was good or bad. And because, we haven't experienced the future yet, it feels like we're at the end already. Every single day we're at the end. Because here's our starting point, right? From birth, and then all the memories we have here to the present day. So it feels like this whole area that's the area that in between, that's the life we've lived already. So it makes all of us seem old because it feels like we have lived through some things. But no matter what age you are, I feel like we all go through this. I feel like every single day we create memories, and whether you spent your day being lazy on the couch or doing something amazing, that day is over with. It's gone. You're getting closer to the end, but you never really know when the end is. That's the thing. That's the scary thing. So, it makes it seem like right now is the end because, we did all that stuff. And, that's what makes it scary. It makes it seem like life is going by so fast, but in reality, it's really not. Time has always been the same. A day is still 24 hours. An hour is still an hour, a minute's still a minute, a second's still a second. A week is still a week, a month is a month. Time doesn't change. We think about all these events in the past, and it just makes it seem like it was so close but far away at the same time. So with that being said, I want to get into about loneliness. Don't be alone, okay? Don't choose to live alone or be alone or keep to yourself, because, one, it's less drama. You don't have to worry about making plans. You don't have to worry about, if people are going to follow through or not. That's our modern day problems. You don't want to you have to worry about, doing certain things or creating plans or, drama and just having to go through some bullshit. But, that's not the way to live. It never has been the way to live. Don't make friends, okay? Make friends. Like, we all want to keep our circle small, right? We all want to, just have those few friends. And of course we do. We want to have those few friends that understand us, that, that you can talk to about anything, that you can reach out to people about, and, not have to worry about being judged, not having to worry about, what they're going to say if it's bad or they're going to judge you. We all have those. We just want to have those people that can understand us. And I just want to be a person that understands you no matter who you are or what kind of friendship we have or relationship. I just want to be there for you. I want to be a beacon of hope. I really want to motivate you and inspire you. And just understand that I'm going to speak for you, unfortunately. Not unfortunately in a bad way, but, a lot of what people are going through, I'm going through as well. A lot of what I'm going through, some people are going through. I know I just switched it up, but there's two different meanings there. I know, even though I feel alone, I'm not alone. And when I went to Houston, I felt that. I felt all the struggles that I thought I had during my prep that I was going through alone. All the the thoughts that were running through my head, the anxiety, the rush, everything. Every single person that I met at that show at some point was going through something similar. Not exact, because nobody is going to live the exact same life as somebody. But they were so close that, it's just ridiculous. And it's because of that I know when I'm speaking, I know that people understand what I'm saying. I know that when someone's going through something, even though they're afraid to say it, I know almost exactly what they're feeling or what they're going through. Like I said, when I make these videos, when I lay in bed with the window open or I'm just looking out the window, it's just dark. There's nothing. There's no movement. If it's windy, if it's cloudy, or if the sun, the moon's out, the sun. Just it feels so empty and lonely. It feels like the world really is empty. All you could hear maybe, as the bushes rustling. You could hear the cars in the distance. Maybe you hear one or two people talking, but it makes life feel so much more empty because it's not morning, it's not daytime where there's cars or you're busy walking around, or you're at home and your family, if you live with your family or you live with someone, they're up and about. Right now we just have ourselves, and it makes us feel lonely. And because we feel lonely, we start having all these memories. And when we think about all those memories, that's when we start remembering our regrets. That's when we start thinking about the problems we have. We start thinking about the future, and we start going through all these different thoughts, just like I am right now. That's the whole reason why I make these late night sessions, is because of right now. And we just think and think and think, and then we're unable to sleep, and then we get restless nights, and then the next day we're so tired and exhausted, and it makes us feel like we're having a shitty day. But we're not alone. You're not alone. You really are not alone. And I understand you, okay? I understand what you're going through. So know that there's someone, whether I may know you, whether may you contact me, or we could talk this out, or whether you're afraid to tell people how what you're really going through on the inside. Know that there are multiple people, not just 10 or 100 or 1,000. There are millions of people, day by day, night by night, going through what you're going through. It may not be exact, like I said, but we all have regrets, we all have problems, we all have issues. But at the same time, we don't speak up about it because of our modern problems. For men, we're afraid to talk about our problems, or at least some of you might be afraid to talk about your problems, because as a man you're supposed to resemble strength. You're supposed to resemble, the backbone. But, you know, if you're feeling sad, then talk to someone. Don't be tough. Don't stick it out because you don't want to be labeled weak. You don't want to be labeled soft. Don't do that to yourself. Don't have so much pride that it becomes your downfall. Like, if you have issues, talk to somebody. Talk to your family. Talk to your friends. Talk to yourself. You do what you have to do to relieve yourself of your misery. That's why I live, such a positive life. That's why I'm kind of comfortable what I'm going through, because at some point I myself am afraid to tell people my problems because I feel annoying. I don't want people to see me as weak. But at the same time, I go through some things that people go through, and I have to talk. I have to speak my mind. I have to break down once in a while. I have to get frustrated. I have to get stressed out because it relieves my stress. It takes the pain away from me. And see, even just talking to you, like, my voice, like you could hear it, like, kind of cracking, because, like, there's just so much emotion behind it. There's just so much that we as people go through, and it bugs me because I just want to help you. And it's tough. Excuse me, it's tough. And for women, it's the exact same. You don't want to come off as annoying. You don't want to come off as, I really don't know a lot about the labelings of women. Honestly, I'm being honest. But to me, it seems like you don't want to be lonely. You don't want to seem lonely. You don't want to seem clingy. You don't want to you don't want to be like having to, like, hey, like, I need attention. But that's not what it's about, ladies. That's not what it's about. You're a woman, okay? You go through more than men, you really do. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. You go through more because of, just the past and how women were treated in the past. But don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to be strong. Don't be afraid to, rise up and speak your mind. Be who you want to be, both men and women alike. We're all equal, by nature. We're all equal by nature. And I'm saying that because it's a Greek phrase by one of the Greek philosophers. I'm pretty sure it was Socrates. It might be Plato though. But we are all created equally. We all have our different problems, and because of the way social media is, and the way people view us nowadays, these labels get put on us because of our problems, and we don't speak about our problems because we're afraid of the outcome. We're afraid of the backlash. We're afraid that people might not understand. We're afraid that it really comes down to that. We're afraid that people don't understand, but we do understand. We really do, because we're all going through it, but nobody's saying nothing about it. And nobody's saying nothing about it because they don't want those labels on them. They don't want to be that person. Well, you know what? I want to be that person, okay? I want to be the one to tell you that what you're going through, someone else is going through. I might be going through it, so you're not alone. So stop trying to be alone, okay? Stop trying to live your life in seclusion of other people. Make memories, make friends. Go out and do something great. Just live your life. Live your life, okay? I'm tired of hearing things from people and just seeing it happen in my daily life and not doing nothing about it. I'm still not at that point where I want to go up to you in person and tell you something, but I'm at that point where I'm able to speak to you because I'm confident enough on a camera. Okay, that's just the way it is. And you're gonna find those people. Okay, don't worry. No matter how long it might take. And if time is short for you for whatever reason, if it feels like this is your last hope, then I'm here for you. Okay, get a hold of me. I'll leave my Instagram in the description, and I'm being honest about that. Please hit me up with what bothers you. I hope I don't get emotional when I say this, but a best friend of mine that I grew up with, he went through a lot. And I am gonna get emotional, excuse me. But I'm still at that point where I don't want to be emotional on the camera because I'm going to post this. And I still want people to think I'm a strong person, but, you know, my friend's gone through a lot. And I want to help him, you know? I just want to be there. Damn it, Brian. I just want to be there. No matter. Sorry, guys. I want to be there. I want to be there for him, you know. Because I know. Because I know he's going through a lot. And I know he's suffering. But he's not telling anybody. He has all these people around him. But he's not speaking up because, you know, he doesn't want to be weak. But you're not weak. You're stronger than any of us. Because you went through so much. And I respect you, man. Like, I really do. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. I'm not always gonna be there. I'm not always gonna be there for everyone. I won't always be around to help everybody. But what I can do is stand up for you and for myself. And it's probably getting so cringy for most of you right now because, you know, you're seeing me cry. But it's just raw emotion. That's all it is. It's just all of this buildup of what, you know, what we're going through. And it's just difficult to try to pretend to be strong. It's so hard every single day to just, you know, live up to what society wants you to be. And that's what I talked about in my Instagram stories. Stop worrying about, you know, what everybody wants you to be or what the image of you should be. And be yourself. You know, you say you watch all my videos, so you know who I'm talking to. I think you're doing great, man. I know you've lost a lot. But it's because you lost so much that you have so much more to go. You have so much more to prove. So don't have those thoughts in the back of your mind that I know you're having, okay? Don't do that to yourself. Don't tear yourself apart. Don't do things for people because, you know, you're trying to live up to their expectations. Just continue to be you. Continue to be that person that you were. And you're gonna be happy. You're gonna make it. You're gonna be successful. And that goes to all of you. And, you know, I'm trying to collect myself. I'm trying to collect my thoughts again. And I know that my nose is running and it's disgusting. But, you know, with that being said, just stop, alright? Stop, all of you. Stop pretending to be somebody you're not. Be someone that you want to be. Be someone inspiring. You know, just be a great person. That's the whole point of this. The whole point of the, you know, late night session series is to discuss what other people are thinking because they're afraid to say it. Because they're embarrassed because of those labels. You're all gonna do alright. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go blow my nose and gather myself up, and I'll be right back. Cry, hurt, do what you have to do to overcome an obstacle. I had to do that, okay? I had to. Do you have any idea how many videos that I've made like this? Instagram videos, Snapchat stories, you know, just random recordings on my camera. You know how many countless videos I've made and I ended up crying and I deleted them because I didn't want to seem annoying. I didn't want people to see how weak I really am. But it doesn't make you weak to cry and show people. You know, it makes you strong, because in this kind of world nowadays, you have to show your emotions. You can't be afraid of what people think about you. And for the longest time, I was making these videos and I was doing it for my circle that I had, or that I think I have. No, this is for the world. This is for everybody to see. Because it's not just for the people in my life that are going through this stuff. Like I said, millions of us are going through it. Millions of us. Possibly billions. We're all going through something similar. Don't be afraid to speak up. You know, don't do reckless things. Don't have suicidal thoughts. Don't be depressed. You know, life is tough. Life is tough. Get that through your mind. Life is going to knock you down. People are going to pick you apart. Because the world is cruel, okay? But at the same time, the world is a beautiful place. It has always been a beautiful place. When I go back to make this edit, it's going to seem so cringy that I'm crying. And there's going to be a 95% of me that just wants to delete the whole video. But I'm going to post this one. I'm going to stand strong. And I might lose a lot of followers. I might lose subscribers. You know, but I don't get that. And that's what drives me crazy, is that I'm doing as much as I possibly could to give people hope and to, you know, be an inspiration to people. But some people think that it's annoying and they'll leave and they won't have to hear what you say. And I'm doing this stuff for those people that aren't here. I'm doing it for those that aren't gonna watch this and aren't listening, because those are the people that I care about the most. But for the people that are here, for the people that are watching this right now, you're an amazing person, okay? Your struggles don't define you. You know what? I was gonna say do define you, but you know, we're all going through something, and it makes you stronger because you're able to live another day. That's what makes you special, is because you're able to live special. It's because, you know, it's because we go through those things that you're able to move forward. You're able to move on. And maybe not move on from the situation, but you're able to keep on pushing yourself. You're able to know that if you live another day, that you're gonna think about that, and you're gonna suffer. But every single day that moves on from what happened in your life, the struggle or the problem, also is another day where you can become better and become stronger, and, you know, learn from the mistakes, you know, be at peace with yourself, rather than just, you know, suffering for a short time. Because going back to, you know, here's the beginning and here's the end and all the in between, it's because every day feels like the end that, you know, it feels like we're suffering because it just happened. But it didn't just happen. It's over with. It's done with. It's gone. It's in the past. Move on from it, or try to move on from it. Open up your heart to people. You know, don't seclude yourself of a heartbreak. Don't, you know, seclude yourself because, you know, of labels. Don't be afraid to be who you are because of what society says. Don't be what people want you to be. Be yourself. Damn it, just be yourself, okay? It's frustrating. It really is. I just want everyone to be happy. You know, that sounds so cliche. Like, it really does. Like, it sounds so... It just sounds like, you know, it's a fantasy. It sounds like, you know, it's what we see in the movies. but our life is a movie. You know, we're the directors, we're the producers. You know, we provide the content, we provide the story, and every story is different. But at the same time, even though we're all going through something different, we have similar feelings about it because that's how our brains work. That's how, you know, the world works. That's how psychology works. And that's why I'm also able to speak about all this stuff, is because at some point I wanted to do that with my life. I wanted to be a counselor. You know, I wanted to help people. But I didn't want to sit behind a desk all day. I wanted to sit behind a camera and record on YouTube so I could reach out to millions of people, not just a school or an auditorium or, you know, a couple 100,000 people. I want to reach out to the world. And who am I? Brian Romero, just sitting in my grandma's house in this chair in this front room at 2:30 in the morning. Just some random kid, 21 years old. Who am I to speak for other people? But I'm not speaking for other people. I'm speaking for myself and hoping that I know there are other people that are going through things similar as me, and it inspires them to be a better person. It inspires them to speak their mind, because I'm exposing myself. I'm risking it all, you know, by making this video. How people view me after this video, I can't control that, okay? I can only control how I react to your reaction. And I'm going to continue to be who I am. I'm going to continue to be strong. I'm going to continue to be positive. And I'm going to continue to live my life. All right? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way how it is for most of us. But the only thing you can control is your reaction and your life. So don't be alone. Don't be afraid to make friends because, you know, you can't hold a conversation. We're awkward. That's only because we're on our phones so much that we're losing our social skills. You know, we're able to communicate with each other through text or email or whatever it may be, because, you know, you can't figure out the other person's emotions. You just have emojis. Or, you know, you just have like whatever kind of faces you make up with, you know, the different, you know, parentheses, smiley faces, blah, 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 the colons, periods. You know, we can't tell someone's emotion. You know, we don't call people no more because, you know, it's just not the same. That's just not how the world works no more. It's so easy to, you know, hide and pretend to be somebody behind a screen. Make connections in real life with real people. Not saying that the people that you're texting aren't real, but have a real connection. Have real emotion. Don't be afraid. You know, stop becoming a blob. Stop, you know, just like becoming like gray, like just a shade of gray. Be inspiring, you know, connect, you know, cry, hurt, you know, do what you have to do to overcome an obstacle. Cry, hurt, you know, do what you have to do to overcome an obstacle. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because there are people that are going to lend you a hand and help you up when you're down. When you get knocked down, people will be there. And I may not be there for you in person. I may not always be there for the people in my life, but I'm going to try to be. I don't want to be a letdown. But at the same time, I don't want to, you know, promise people. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. All I can do is just be me and do what I can control. I can't take away your problems, but I don't want there to only be one way out for you. There has to be another way, and there is another way. You just have to, you know, open your mind and see it. You know, make healthy changes in your life. It's more than fitness. It's for me, okay. You know, I talk about fitness a lot, but it's more than that. Everyone doesn't have to be great at fitness. You know, you don't be great at what you want to be great at. Live your life. Do what you want to do. That's what's so beautiful about it. And, you know, don't feel alone. Don't want to be alone because of how society works nowadays. Make friends, make memories, enjoy your life. Understand that we don't know where the end is. So stop worrying about what happened in the past. Stop worrying about, you know, how people are going to react or what people might think about you. And just be yourself, find yourself, Live that life. Enjoy it. Don't think about your past. Don't be lonely. And just, express yourself. I'm doing this for others. But more importantly, I'm doing it for myself. Because I need to. Because there's so much weight that was just lifted off me. So much more weight. I just reached a new step. I just reached a new level of self-confidence. I just crushed another goal. So why don't you go out and crush a goal for yourself? Set goals. Have a plan. The plan isn't going to be exact. It's not. You aren't going to experience it unless you go through it, okay? Stop planning no matter how much time you study, no matter how much time you train, no matter how much you think about it. It isn't going to be the way you expect it to be. It might be more, it might be less. Expectations. It's an old video I talked about. That's the way the world is. It's a leap of faith. You'll never be ready. I'm sorry. You'll never be ready for what you want to do until you actually do it. So with that being said, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscription button. If you've been watching the videos, I appreciate you. I got a lot of love for everybody. I know that I'm one of those people who chooses to be alone because it's hard for me to make friends because I talk a lot, clearly. Because, I have a lot of problems and I don't want to talk about my problems because I don't want to put my problems on you because I know you're going through some things yourself. But at the same time, you got to live your life. And with that being said, this is me. I'll catch you all in the next video. So for those of you that are still watching right now, this is just a personal message to my friend. It's not really that much personal. If you want to continue to watch this, then feel free. If you are still watching, then just let me take away your pain as well. If you're going through something, then I'll carry your weight on my shoulders. I just want people to be happy. But with that being said, speaking directly to you now, I know who you know who I'm talking about. Man, that night, like I said in the video, I can't, express myself in front of people. I can't, talk about my feelings in front of people because I don't want to seem weak. But I know what you're going through, okay? And I know you've lost a lot, man. And I respect you because you're still living your day. You're still living your life day by day. And you're just trying to make the best of, the hand that's been dealt to you. And I'm not always going to be there for you, okay? I'm not. We have two different lives. You're one of my closest friends, but, I'm not going to text you all the time. I'm not always going to be there to help you, but I want to be, damn it. Like, I wish I could be. I wish I could take your pain away. I wish I could bring back the people that you lost. Oh, my grandpa's coming. I'm gonna edit it real quick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you how easy it is to pretend to people. Huh?
You going to bed now?
Oh, yeah. I'm just making a video.
Everything's okay over here.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're doing good. You have a good night. But it's so easy to fool people and hide your true feelings. I was gonna turn the camera off and just talk to him so he didn't have to see me cry, but I had to show you, how simple it is to hide what we're really going through. So don't do that. I'm sorry, man. That night when we talked, I wish I could have told you more. And I wanted to, but I didn't want to break down in front of everybody else. Because I didn't want to seem weak. But at the same time, I think about, what could have happened that night. And if something did happen, if I did say something, if I would have said something, then maybe I would have changed the outcome. But that's who I want to be. Alright? I'm tired of being that person. And and most of you, if you're still watching this, you shouldn't want to be that person either. Stop, stop regretting things when it's too late, when people are gone, when you've lost someone. Do it while they're alive. Love people while they're alive and be nice to everybody. Man, I respect you because you're going through a lot, but you're still trying to make the best of it. And knowing that you broke down, knowing what you're really going through, that you're able to open up like that, I respect you for that. So I'm gonna open up, and I'm gonna be truthful about my feelings from now on. I'm sorry, I don't want to look directly at the camera because, my nose is running, and it's kind of gross, but this is for you, man. I wish you the best in life. I won't always be around. Life pulls people apart. You have a great day, bro. You're one of my closest friends. I respect everything that you're doing. I mean, I'll see you around, But that's just now because, it's just we're still living in the same town, we still got similar goals. We're still around each other, but sooner or later in life, along with everybody else, we're going to get pulled apart from the ones we love or, our friends and family. We're going to go off and discover new things. But, while everybody's still in my life, I just want to be that person. I want to be good. And I had a thought while I walked from where I was recording to when I walked to the bedroom. It pisses me off that some people probably think that I'm doing this for attention. You're wrong. I'm not. I'm tired of being fake.